It's a private viewing. I cannot compromise. The government is only facilitating the wishes of private sectors who wants to test the aerial vehicle. Okay? So I only want to make sure, yes, it is real. These are initiatives by the younger people who wants to use innovations to help create the industry for other people to follow. So I don't think I can disclose where it will be. It's a closed invitation because the company itself, private initiative, is elevating themselves to another level to get market capitalization. So I cannot get public to sort of get into position to compromise their standing because they are en route to the climbing the successful ladder, so to speak. To become big, they have got contracts, purchase order intent in Asia, for example. So hopefully, with this initiative, Malaysia can become a hub to manufacture or assemble the aerial vehicle. Okay? So,
maksudnya hari Khamis ni hanya wakil rakyat sahaja yang dijemput.
Dia jemput because dia bertanya, kan? But it is a private invitation by the private company. So so I will extend it to the private company and say like a few wakil rakyat. If they say cannot, what can we do? So it's their own initiative. We are basically facilitating as a government. I cannot just suppress. So we have to create an environment for them to thrive. You just imagine, I will have young people now to start getting interest into, for example, forming flying club. Yeah, as you know, reported by Morgan Stanley, there's no growth in aviation in Malaysia. It's zero. Can you tell me there are aviation club in Malaysia that can actually help create an ecosystem to get people interested to thrive in the industry? None. So these are the initiatives that we do to help the private sector.
Rais Hussein, strategi chief, satu cakap itu idea sampah.
He has his own opinion. I don't want to comment. He should think bigger. As I said, Malaysians are hesitant followers. How can we become leaders? We can wait another 10 years, like Morgan Stanley said. Malaysia can always wait for 10 years. By then, we can even become followers. We end up being agents to technology. We are not using the latest influence of technology by other countries to create industry in Malaysia. So he must understand. While one can accept his so-called statement being rubbish, fine, that is his own opinion. Anybody can say that.
Datuk, hari Khamis ni dekat Subang juga.
I cannot disclose because it's a private invitation. You can always ask. You know your lead. You can always ask the private sectors where it will be.
Tapi tak rasa rugi Datuk, benda besar macam ni macam tak ada orang pun cover macam.
No, we cannot do that because it's undermine their position because they are now talking about purchase order intent from ASEAN country. So it cannot be speculated as such. For example, if I bring you in for unknown reason, it does not fly. That will affect.
Just for media to witness, do you think it's important?
No, it will be internal, our own internal media will do that. They will share it with you.
Okay.
So if it goes smoothly, will there be a future event where media can go cover?
Of course, of course. You look at the bigger picture. Today, we are losing tax revenue, for example, because of what? Contraband, smuggling, influx of illegals. They actually take away jobs in Malaysia. So at least with this air mobility that we are facilitating, we may consider creating a central procurement, giving concession to these young people to start participating in coastal surveillance, border surveillance. So that will then stop all the illegal, will stop contraband at the borders so that we can earn more tax revenue. So you must look deeper than that.
So the purpose of the demonstration this Thursday is for what, purchase order as you mentioned? Or?
No, for other, I'm saying is they are talking about, they have their own business model. They said that it is important for me to help facilitate because they have got purchase order intents outside Malaysia. So they want to do it in Malaysia. We just imagine we can become then producing nation. never mind the Malaysia don't want it. But my point is, by bringing the industry into Malaysia, right, it will create employment. It will create related industry. And we can export it. So never mind what Malaysia don't want to support. As I said, Malaysians generally are hesitant followers. We cannot be leaders. If the attitude the Malaysian, even played by media, we can never be leaders in technology, innovations, and we can never be a significant producing nation.
Kalau sukses hari Khamis ni kita akan terus dengan producing.
Well, I don't know the content of it. I just want to see out of my interest because we are not ready with the space. We are discussing at the government level how we can provide space for the aerial vehicle, for the air mobility to thrive in this country. Yeah?
So Dr. Sri, hari Khamis ini you akan jadi driver atau passenger?
Well, I don't know. They will invite me to see, but I will definitely sit in the vehicle. I will definitely sit in the vehicle. Okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.